Hi everyone. A common mistake that some tourism companies make is to consider HR processes as a nice to have department or as a nice to have area of focus. Let me show you how you can boost your company results by doing some digital hacks to your human resources operations and most important without breaking your budget. First of all, the benefits of digitalizing your HR, we can see it, for instance, in hiring. You can get smart hiring because your managers and your team will make decisions more objective based on more objective criteria supported by data. The second benefit is related to productivity. So when you have a digital and centralized and automatized HR operations, you get everything ready to onboarding, plan trainings, document and share knowledge among your team, new team, and the running team. And if you have to say goodbye to a colleague or to a former employee, you can make this process smooth and professional for both sides. Human resources, it's a journey. It has a lot of components, and each component at the same time has a lot of details. For instance, just let's think about recruiting. In order to make properly recruiting, you have first of all to think on the job description. Then you have to write the job post, to publish it, to think on a system to receive the applications, to make the interviews, to assess all the candidates, to do the negotiations, to sign the contracts, and then just come onboarding, trainings, and so on. So in order to make human resources operations properly, a lot of people is involved, not only human resources department, but also let's say finance, because they have to think about budget and contracts. And also it's involved other departments because they need to run trainings and so on. So if your system is not digitalized and centralized, the the whole process is a kind of a headache and you don't get the best. So what comes next? In the next video, too, we want to share with you some hacks, as we said. For instance, if you want to start simple, you can just start preparing some spreadsheets like this one. For instance, you have here a kind of database with all the questions you can think about for any position, let's say sales manager, tour leader, operations specialist, flight specialist, and you can think on a database of questions. You can just do a Google search in order to get that. So then we can think about how we can create forms in order to collect applications, how we can make a kind of assessment system, how we can do a kind of onboarding process. And if you are using already Trello or ClickUp or Asana, how you can integrate this process with those applications in order to automatize some recurring tasks. So, meanwhile, if you have any question or you already are running or implementing an HR project and you want a piece of advice or you just want to do a sparring with us, drop me an email and I'm happy, I'm glad to share ideas with you. Thank you. See you next.